Enough is enough! I have had it with this motherfucking
yanking
on this motherfucking.
See the gunner rip.
Oh, let's try something else.
Switch to the slums where I'm from. Yeah, I'm getting done. Yeah, I'm feeling numb. When that herb fill up in my lungs. My swagger acting foul, blacking out. Roofie up my absinthe in the club before I stagger out. Live or die, I'd rather take the ladder out. Young, take the ladder out. Rope around my neck and kick the ladder out. There's no need to drag it out. 28 grams, gotta bag them out. Standing in the rain, feeling bad about the mamas losing jobs over the rocks that I'll be passing out and blast them out. Fast as I can trash and out. The first to come, the last to bounce. Counting binges, put the block into a frenzy. The block is my appendage, I will pop you out the Bentley. Never catch a player acting friendly. Talking to the devil like he sent me. Boy, if you got big guns, throw them up. Break that hoe, spit that dust. Stick them up, bitch, stick them up. We don't give a fuck. Got some scribbles, let them know. Stack your money, skip that blow. Tell me how that pussy hitting, bitch. You know I keeps it low. Got big guns, throw them up, break that hoe, split that Dutch, stick them up, bitch, stick them up, we don't give a fuck, got some scribble, let them know, step your money, slip that blow, tell me how that pussy hitting, bitch, you know I keeps it low, yeah, motherfucker, sitting on that rail, you heard me, street music, yeah, early man, 2012, you heard me, fuck all y'all hoes, bitch, twist to the slums, where I'm from, yeah, I'm getting done, yeah, I'm feeling numb, when that herb fill up in my lungs, my swagger acting foul, blacking out, roofie up my absinthe in the club before I stagger out, live or die, I'd rather take the ladder out.
Interesting.
You're right. It is still interesting. You're right.
You know,
It's for both
Rodin,
people still.
What are you doing? Maybe that's like the dude camp and the girl camp.
Probably. Yeah.
Viewers, let us know.
But that also that speaks on an interesting thing where it's like in positions of dominance, you could just kind of like plausibly
Screw
deny
something
it.
over.
Yeah, and be like,
Sort
had to
of.
do it.
Yeah.
Do something fucked up and be like, had to, sorry. Just because you were in like the, I guess like that, we're gonna use the word alpha here.
the
Alpha
doing.
position. Yeah, the doing
Yeah.
position. I don't know. Yeah.
Jesus. That was all to say.
Wow. There, I want to watch a study on this question. You came up with that shit?
I don't remember. It was just something I tweeted so long ago.
Bro, you
But my point.
claim that shit.
Okay, I'm gonna try to level the playing fields. What if you're not fucking the goat?
Okay.
The goat's fucking you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, answer now. Now we're on the same
Then
field.
I'm with you.
Oh, okay.
I gotta Google something.
What are you Googling, bro? Because there's only so many things you could Google in this situation. Is it what the goats?
Like how long it lasts, or
I'm looking up the.
What? Yeah. What is the detail that? I think he's looking at the.
Wait. I'm looking at the average size of a goat dick.
like pictures or textually?
Contextually.
What kind of a podcast is this?
Penile length of controlled goats was 26.80 plus 0.30 centimeters.
What is that in inches?
Let's do 27 centimeters in inches. I think
Wait,
that's-
27.
that
Centimeters.
ain't shit. 20,
Oh.
Let me see. Wait. Oh, my Wi-Fi connection's really slow.
Wait, it's like roughly what, like 2 centimeters per
oh
inch?
my god, never mind.
Right?
It's like 10 inches.
Yeah.
that's like 10, 13
30
inches.
centimeters is like a ruler.
Yeah, I'm not fucking the goat. I mean, the goat's not fucking me. Sorry, I'm fucking the goat. My bad.
Good lord.
That would be. I think that would fuck me up.
Right? Like
That would
that's
fuck
on.
me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
That'd
right.
be very fun. I don't know if this is too bad of a thing to include, but my whole point around this was like, this was some dumb shit I tweeted years ago.
Yeah.
But I like to tweet dumb shit like, let's talk about it, you know? And now I'm like, oh, like, now I'm like worried.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's what I used to love about Twitter. That's not so
was the
much
fun, yeah.
right? I remember like 4 years ago thinking, how is Twitter free? It was so funny, so full of just like everybody knew that everything was a joke. And that was really enjoyable. Like I would scroll through and be like, I'd pay $20 a month to use this platform. Like it's so good.
Yeah.
And now like Twitter scares me a little bit. There's a lot of great people, but there's just a lot. There's just a lot, and especially when you're in a situation where like anything that you say and do can reach almost any audience, and people really like to kind of go against the grain. I'm just like, can I still tweet dumb shit? I'd really like to.
Yeah. I feel you on that. Dude, something that kind of reminded me of or made me think about was, dude, I wonder what being a kid and like consuming content and being in like the gaming, online, Twitter sphere space with like all the crypto fucking talk. Just nonstop. Imagine just being a kid, just
NFT is my trigger word. Stop. Jesus Christ.
But imagine just being a kid and like, it almost seems like every fucking buddy you knew or watched was just like, yo, you need to make sure you buy some virtual property real estate for $400 million, or like it's a podcast.
Kids do like?
I
Do you
think-
think kids do crypto?
Yeah, they're like TikTok channels of 14, 15-year-olds like trading NFTs.
And some of them get rich.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's like
but okay.
but it's like,
tell me
here's the
if
thing.
I'm wrong.
They're from a fucking privileged position. You know what I mean? It's like these kids they're doing the mommy and
And
daddy's
daddy's
allowance money, which is like $200 a week.
200?
Some
I
wild
could
shit.
ask my parents for money once every week or two, and it was $20 for a movie and popcorn.
Oh yeah.
That was my allowance, bro. $200 a week? I'd have a side hustle too. Honestly, I would too.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, the way most of crypto works, are you not essentially making money when someone else is losing money, kind of like stock market?
Oh, absolutely.
That's why I feel like kids shouldn't do it.
Yeah, I mean,
Because like, okay, if you're an
technically, yeah.
adult, you can decide to do whatever you want with your money, place bets however you want, whatever. If you're a kid and 0.1% of kids are making mad bank, that's because this TikTok algorithm is showing it to 100,000 kids that are losing all of their money.
Yeah.
That like one person will then profit from.
Yeah, a lot of.
And also, I'm only saying this from a perspective of someone who doesn't completely understand, so I'm assuming. I could be wrong.
No, you are. I've looked into it a bit more, and like, to I think a pretty fair degree, you're right, because a lot of these NFTs and shit, they come out at a floor price. You buy it at the floor price, and then it's like, is this project gonna go up or not? But like, people have to sell for
In
it to be
order.
worth anything
Yes.
at the raised price. Like there
And
has to be
the
a buyer.
bigger
for you to make
issue
money.
is just the amount of rug pulls in crypto
Oh, yeah.
coins. Don't do it.
Yeah, it's
Unless
crazy.
you really
Yeah.
know what you're doing, or you're playing with money that you don't care about, don't fucking do it.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth.
Especially because like it's just the beginning of like crypto, NFTs, Web3, all these platforms that will someday come out. Because it's the beginning, it's very, very prone to having a lot of scammers take advantage of the lack of regulation. Like, I get so angry anytime I see an influencer talk about a coin or an NFT.
Pumping.
Come here, boy. Like, it's so fucked because
They're pumping.
yeah. For those that don't know, essentially, like, people will be paid to promote a certain coin, and then it will launch, and they are paid by getting a large amount of that coin. So once they withdraw all of their money, the price of the coin goes down, and everybody who purchased essentially loses money, so that the influencer gets to pull a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Sort of. That happens a lot. It doesn't happen every time, but it happens 98% of the time. Yeah.
Happens a lot. Happens a lot, yeah.
And it's sad, dude.
Actually, to go full circle, one of the tweets that I considered doing was like I made like one night I was just bored and like made a bunch of like NFT looking drawings. I made one drawing was like, oh, this is like,
looks like an
this could
NFT.
easily be an NFT. So I made like 6 versions where I just like put a hat on it and then put a beard on it and all
Oh
this
my
stuff.
God.
And I was like, I'll tweet that. And I was like, oh no, people are gonna think this is real and then like flame me for it. So I can't.
I did that shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, I tweeted, I tweeted out a picture of an NFT and made my first NFT purchase.
Yeah. I think I saw your
Memeing, right?
Yeah, I was memeing.
Good.
I also recorded like on my phone me Googling NFT and screenshotting the first fucking picture as the reply. And people were, a lot of people were
Why
pissed.
were they pissed?
I think in general, okay, so I think there's this.
Oh, were they pissed because they thought you were serious?
Yeah, they pissed because
Oh,
I thought
okay.
I was serious.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious. And then after I posted the video, it was like a lot of like. And it's funny because there were a
Good.
lot of like crypto chuds that I like know are like shellers that were like, myth, finally, like so good for you, and like defending me against like, like Twitter gaming, which, sometimes it's like Twitter gaming could take things a little too far, but in this case I was like, you're mad, rightfully-ish so, to some degree. But yeah, they're like flaming me hella hard, and then they were like defending me. The crypto defending me, and then I did that reply, and there was just none of them reply. I kept track of like who like replied to my like
None of
joke
them.
follow up. Nobody, and I was like, interesting.
Interesting. Yeah.
Shit was funny. It was just memes. I was just fucking around. Nobody took it too personally.
Good. That's good. It's tough because, there's just, it's an area where there's a lot of potential, and obviously a lot of people feel very strongly about it. Like, I tweeted something that was like, I hate seeing, especially celebrities, shill out coins or NFTs when you can tell damn well that they have no idea what they're talking about. I should show you guys the video. Like, legit, just celebrities being like, guys, like, there's this latest really, really cool coin. It's called this, and like 20% of the proceeds go to charity, and like, let's all make money together. Crypto is the next wave. And I'm like, you have no clue. Nothing up
Yeah,
here
and you know what's sad?
in regards to crypto. So like,
Yeah.
you're just getting paid to say this. But people will still believe it because they think like, oh, I'm getting in on something early and I'm gonna make a lot of money. Anyways, that's all to say, like, I understand why some people really care about Web3, crypto, NFTs, all of that, and why they really believe in it. But you just can't deny that there's so much scamming going on that you can't just like run around promoting it blindly to people, and people can't blindly follow in.
I agree. I think there's a lot of cool shit that could happen with that space, but there's just so many people that are just like trying to fucking do weird shit around it so that they make a buck or two. Yeah.
It makes me sad that so many people will make numerous bucks. Numerous. And it's like,
But a capital B on that bitch.
it's like, do you never sit at home and think, where's my money coming from? Like, just go full circle with it.
Yeah.
Such is life.
Yeah, such is.
Okay, so we have weekly viewer questions where we answer questions. And if you would like us to answer yours, leave them down below in the pin thread in the OTV subreddit. We put 1 or 2 each episode. For starters, we have Mixing Sauces. They ask, if you lost everything that you have ever owned tomorrow, including your reputation as a streamer, what would you do? You have any thoughts? You want me to go first?
You could go first if you got something.
Okay.
Cooking, yeah, I'm just thinking.
I think if I was me right now, no streaming career, no nothing, but same brain, my most valuable asset is likely all my streaming knowledge, so I think I would just help a streamer slowly, bit by bit, likely become like their manager or agent, and then just kind of try to take off through them. And it's nice because then I wouldn't have to be in front of the camera. I just feel like if I'm at this point with all this knowledge, it's still a lot of work to make it as a streamer. Like even if I know certain steps to take, it's still a lot of work and effort, and it's never guaranteed 100%. Most people that do make it, you're kind of an exception. Most people make it like 5, 6, 7 years into their career once they have like such a foundation.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I would just help manage a streamer or be an agent for them or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's a really solid response, and I kind of was thinking the same thing, is that I would just go and try to like help or integrate myself with another streamer and help them out.
Yeah.
But then like there's also this other side of me that is like maybe I would go back to school.
Oh,
I actually really
did you have
wanna-
something in mind? I was thinking
Yeah.
that, but I was like, I don't
really
have
have-
anything in
yeah.
mind that I'd want to do. What?
I would really want to do computer science.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I really want to do computer science, and
Good degree.
yeah.
Get.
And I also want to. Oh man, I've been really interested in like neuroscience. So that's like another field where I think I would want to go and like learn things
If
about.
you could integrate the two somehow, that would be very cool.
That would be cool. Cool shit. So yeah, I think
You know,
that's
you
my
could learn
response.
coding on the side. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I've tried multiple times, but the wall that I like run into is I'm on a computer for like 8 hours.
You don't want to be on a computer again.
And then
learning
I'm on a computer
something.
again. So I feel like, yeah, if I
That
wasn't a
makes
streamer or
sense,
anything,
yeah.
and the time that I would actually want to spend on a computer is like learning video game development, computer science,
Yeah.
and shit like that. Because that's personally like, maybe like 20, 30 years down the line, one of my bigger aspirations is like, I would like to like make a game or like own a studio or something like that. I think it'd be really fun.
Yeah, you totally should. Next we have sensitive ad 4884. What was your guys' character in school? Were you the cool kid who had a lot of friends, or the introvert who stayed quiet most of the time?
Well, hell yeah, they got a little sneak peek of us kind of answering this earlier.
Yeah, true.
But I guess it kind of changed for different phases throughout school. So I think middle school, I was a lot more reserved. I didn't really talk to anybody, and I was kind of always really worried about like, you know, what people were gonna think about me.
Aww.
I don't fit in this group.
Everyone's like that in middle school.
Yeah. And then into high school, I think I was actually more comfortable with who I was. It's weird because I was more comfortable with who I was in high school than I
Than you
was
are now.
when once I like got into the streaming world and shit, which is really interesting. But then on top of that, like I still wasn't popular, but I talked to everybody and I kind of like was able to fuck with everybody. But then outside of school, it was just like me.
Aw.
I just did my own shit and played video games.
Actually, it's probably because, I mean, you feeling potentially more confident then than you do now, or more
Yeah.
secure about who you are. It's probably because you didn't have as many people like questioning it or giving you their
facts.
input.
Oh yeah, actual facts, yeah.
Yeah, unless they're just like nosy, weird people in high school, right?
Yeah,
So it's kind of easier to be whoever you want to be or however you want to be when there's less pressure.
Absolutely.
In that sense. For me, I was very much like a student council Andy, and a nerd. Like I cared a lot about grades, but I wasn't like an annoying nerd where like my grades were my life. It was
Okay.
just a big pillar of my life during high school.
that's what's up.
Yeah,
So
I was
it's-
like the student council person that loved to like be a social butterfly, and I loved to jump from group to group and like make friends with everyone, but it was also because like there was never one group that I felt I fully fit in with. So I just made friends with everybody, and yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
And I was like secretly a gamer.
What, huh?
I mean, like, you don't really talk about games with people in high school.
Oh, secretly a gamer.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Secretly.
I thought you said I was secretly a gay person, and I was like, what? Huh?
When I was like, what did you think I said? Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about your high school, but for me, people just didn't
Yeah.
really talk about games.
No, yeah, gaming was still like.
It was like my after-school hobby.
Bro, I got made fun of for playing games.
Yeah.
One day waiting after school, I was like waiting there, and there was this girl saying I still know her name till today because of that story.
Ooh,
this
what's
story.
her name?
I gotta drop her name. Oh, well, okay, I'll say her first name, Nor. Sorry, her first name was Nor. But we were chilling after school, and we were both waiting for our parents. And then, you know, I was like, "So, what are you gonna do this weekend?" Small, trying to make some small talk. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna hang out with my friends and like smoke weed."
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, word, respect. Sounds like a good time. Sounds chill. Cool." Me being like the straight X, like high school kid, I didn't do. I was like,
Same,
no.
Same.
Yeah, internally, I was like, weed.
You want to die this weekend?
Yeah. But then she asked me what I was gonna do, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna play games. Like I'm gonna play some Counter-Strike. It's like a video game with like some friends of mine. And she was like, that sounds fucking lame. And then she left. And she walked out of the fucking door. And I was like, bitch.
Well.
Yeah, I guess so.
Gaming was not cool 10 years ago.
And then Metro Detroit gaming and the 3-on-3 was not like this
Not
cool
in my
thing,
high
yeah.
school.
Maybe it's different because I went to an all guys high school, but like everyone
like,
played.
yeah,
video
Did
games.
you go to school in Cali as well?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a big major thing as well.
But I went to like one of the top like jock high schools. Like Tom Brady went to my school, Barry Bonds, and everyone played video games.
That's what's
It was
up.
super normal.
That's what's
For
up.
me, it was
That's nice.
like I made friends with guys who played games in a neighboring high school, not even my own.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Once in middle school, gaming was more accepting amongst like all of us middle schooler like boys, and we all like kind of vibed over that and would talk about like arcades at lunch.
Aww.
But I guess once high school comes around and the hormones
You want
start
to be
flowing.
cool and go to parties and drink beer and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, just priorities change, and some
Yep.
people stick around with it, at least where I'm from. Yeah. My mom actually always was like, she was really bothered about me being a gamer, and like her friends used to like try to like cope and be like, he'll grow out of it, don't worry. My Hassan grew out of it when he was 17, once he likes girls and goes to school. Bro, the first time I got a girlfriend, my mom was like, Alhamdulillah, you're not gay? Thank God. She did a big sigh of relief and went, astaghfirullah. And I was like, Mom. It's like, what? You always are indoors. You're always not, you don't ever talk about girls. You don't ever like, and I was like, because I don't care until now. Yeah. It's a funny story.
Actually,
But yeah.
that reminds me. My dad, like, okay, high school dances, I don't know about you guys, but high school dances where I was from, raunchy. Like, a girl took her top off in the middle of the dance floor once. Bleachers, that's where people did like the nasty. And people got drunk at dances all the time. But I was on student council, so like we set up the dances, we coordinate things,
Yeah.
we like handle whatever. And so because I was on student council, like I had a reason to go to these things as well, as opposed to like if I was and my parents would probably pressure me not to. But I had a reason and I set everything up and blah, blah, blah. But one time I told my dad, because my parents knew those dances were no good. And I was like, Bubba, I won't go to the school dance if you give me $40 of Nexon cash.
Oh, you pulled it with the Nexon card. You took a little trip to 7-Eleven, got a little NX.
He was like, fine.
Bro, hell yeah.
He would much rather I stayed in game than like partied and did that.
Fuck yeah, bro. You buying some
I was
magic
at home-
cubes?
No, I was buying cute ass outfits.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I had a great time. I was happy.
A fellow maple enjoyer.
Businesswoman since I was young. Yep. It was good times. Good
Right
times.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was high school. It would be fun to have a high school podcast episode. We just talked about a bunch of things when we were
High school,
younger.
yeah.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
feel like high school is such a good
So
topic.
many things to talk about.
Yeah. Could it be a whole podcast?
Yeah.
I
A
think so.
series?
Oh.
Maybe it could.
I think only if you took questions from the audience
Yeah.
to drive episodes. But yeah, I think that's all. Anything you wanted to talk about? He left TSM, he joined Loaded, and he's a bad bitch.
Yes!
Anything else you want to say? Please shout out if there's anything you're excited about, if there's anything you're planning on doing. I was gonna say you're streaming a gun thing tomorrow, but this is gonna come out way after. Maybe check out the VOD.
No, just honestly, thanks for having me again.
Happy to
I
have you.
appreciate it. I think it's like, what is this, my third time on the podcast, or third or fourth time? So it's been nice being a reoccurring guest and coming on, and it feels
happy
like
to have you.
every time I come on the podcast, I'm at like a different stage of my life, and we end up talking about like different shit. So it's also fun to be able to like, I guess, track the progress and feel that.
That's so true. And I feel like this is the point in your life where you will be changing a lot. So just take it easy, go with the flow. Don't put too much pressure on yourself.
Thanks, man.
You've got so much life to live. We kind of all do.
Yeah. Right on. Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked, leave a like, leave a comment, especially about the goat thing, because I And when you answer, I want to know your gender too, because that's important. Or like, you know, what?
Yeah, like explain the dynamic.
Yeah. Like receiving or giving and that. Anyways, thank you. Hit that sub button, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Alright, sweetheart. Pick this guy up.
What? Make sure you're not blocking the PTZ.
Hold on. Alright.
Oh, dude, no.
So this guy, let's just plug over here.
No, hold on. Just like do the right leg. Just do the right leg. Oh, please don't fuck it up.
Oh, this is needles. You can't mess with it. Alright, great. Which one are we going for? We're going for the big hat? Alright.
This is crazy. My tattoo, he says.
Oh, you did it so thick.
It looks good. It looks great. You're holding it totally wrong, but that's fine.
More sideways.
You're holding like a kid holds a crayon.
Yeah, that's what it is, dude.
Don't do that.
Get in there, dude.
Alright.
That's it.
Oh.
Tell me about your favorite.
The only thing making this even remotely better is your hand directly on my nutsack. It's actually really fucking getting in there and helping me feel like secure.
Dude, he's getting a handful.
Oh my god.
Bro.
Well done.
Well done.
Thank you so much.
I don't love you can't fuck this up. Because look.
Hey,
He could fuck it up.
That looks
forever a
good.
part of you.
Yeah, I love that. You know I tattooed him?
Yeah,
I did
we
a
are
full
even
tattoo
now.
on him
That's
once.
real good.
Yeah.
But you-
The ball is serious.
Stick and poke.
Someone actually said it's that was fairly on. I was like,
Kinda legit.
Oh, it's
Alright, Ludwig has to
It
do
hurt
it.
our listeners, I have to
before that.
listen
That
for a
would-
business meeting. This is ran kind of late, but they will send the little wrap out.
He's gotta talk to, can I say who you're talking to?
Can we have Yan?
The Yan cast?
Oh, Yancast?
No,
This is the
you
first
got
time-
stage
this is the
fright.
first
You
time-
don't want to do it.
This is the first time Lud's ever bounced on a regular episode, regular ass episode.
He's gotta go to a business
I
meeting.
actually feel better now that it's over.
And now that
I feel like I
he's
can breathe.
Now that he's
Safer.
gone,
Yeah, I feel safe.
have you guys this has been going around the past week. I didn't realize that this is came from TikTok. It's like fucking normie world conversation starter, but it's fucking intriguing to me. And do you think there are more wheels or doors in the world?
Don't go. Oh, when you look at it, dude, he did such a bad job.
Yeah,
Look at these. Look at these.
Oh yeah, it's like a
It doesn't look great.
it's like an ABS system when your brakes like stop you from skidding.
Yeah, that's not good. But, I mean, to be fair, he'll get better.
It looks
He'll
like
get better.
It looks like a skid mark in underwear.
I don't want to be his pig skin.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
More wheels or doors?
Wheels, 100%.
I don't.
Oh, are we doing this thing?
I feel like
I said wheels too.
Yeah, it's wheels. It's easy. It's wheels.
isn't a doorknob a wheel? That's the big argument.
What?
That is.
That's new.
Why is this?
That's new.
Why is this an ontological argument now? It shouldn't go that way. We should
Oh,
just talk
Mr.
about.
fucking Dr. Mario isn't a doctor.
Okay.
You got dragged.
No. So many people came to defend me, and there's so many arguments on my side too.
Dude,
Fuck you.
I got everyone was like Nick Stock down.
Hey, shut up. I got an entire paper written from a guy who wrote. He's like, I wrote a paper on this exact subject, and you are correct.
I also got that telling me people I was
My
correct.
point is not that I'm right. My point is that I am not so wrong.
it's not that absurd.
Dr. Mario's a doctor.
Done deal.
What does he know?
He did let a guy tattoo you.
Calm down.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
you're right. Dr. Mario, he went to school. He got his medical. It's all good.
He
Man.
has his PhD.
So is Garfield.
Yeah.
He was trying to impress Peach.
Yeah.
And he went to school 4 years.
You know,
he's in
that
debt.
shit was for Daisy. You know that shit was. Peach didn't want that shit.
He's an OBGYN.
Yeah, that's right. Dr. Mario taking a look.
He's throwing those chlamydia pills.
Getting his gloved hand up there.
As someone who's had gonorrhea, that is about the size of the pill that
Oh,
they
you
give
know
you.
Dr. Mario.
Our boys right here. I'll hear no
oh,
Dr.
that's
Mario
fine.
slander.
We'll pick you too.
Do you play on? Who do you play in Smash? Have we asked that question?
Smash Brothers.
No, like who do you?
The video game?
Yeah, like what character do you choose?
Man, I'm not good at Smash, so okay. Listen, when Smash came out for the Switch, I told myself I was gonna practice and get good, and it didn't happen. I just don't have the brain for it. Like,
Who do you pick? Who do you drawn to?
I like Bowser Jr. and Villager.
Okay.
Wow.
I like Bowser Jr.
Those are some custom picks.
It's a niche pick.
I've won games. I feel like because people don't know what the fuck's going on. I was like, who is this character?
Yeah, you got that
What-
big
That's
ass
the
cannonball.
only reason anyone wins.
Okay. that's
Yeah,
fair.
in
By
that
the way,
game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one who plays that game likes it or knows what's going on.
I'm not having fun when I play it, man. To be honest. Like,
Yeah, you should play Melee.
I've heard.
You get into the GameCube title. It's pretty raw.
Wheels or doors? My real answer is when there's like normie arguments about semantics in the world, my brain wants to shut off and just like never come back on.
I don't even think it was a semantics. The intrigue was not from the semantics of it. You threw something new into the mix that I've never
heard
thought
that,
about.
yeah.
I've never seen that point in the conversation ever. Because I think the fun of it was like the so many people confidently say doors out the gate, and then it's like.
I
Yeah.
feel like a doorknob can't be a wheel, right? Because like, it doesn't even rotate 360 degrees. It is not
Facts.
used to transport.
facts.
I
you.
don't
Big
think it
facts.
counts. I don't think it
No, I
counts.
think the wheels doesn't necessarily need to be a transported
Bikes.
object.
Bikes. Think about China.
Gear.
Think about China. Think about cars. Think about bikes.
I was
Is it-
thinking about toys.
Thinking about vehicles. Most vehicles will have 4 wheels. Some vehicles have 4 doors.
Is
right?
a gear a wheel? I need.
You're making this a
No,
semantic.
I do think that's an important question.
That's what I'm saying.
I do think it
Don't
is.
encourage this.
Because, like, for example, if we're gonna say that like the wheels on rollerblades are wheels, then we're already saying that like we're not only talking about car wheels.
It's an actual wheel.
There's
What do
different types of wheels. So are wheel, but like the wheels on rollerblades are just rubber circles,
If,
right?
if you took your watch to a watchmaker and he was like, I gotta replace those metal wheels, you'd be like, give me my fucking watch.
No,
Look,
no, that guy's
I
hot.
do think words are very important. This is a good argument.
It's just Dr.
A wheel's a
Mario
wheel.
beast.
You know what a wheel is. When you see a wheel, you know it.
Did you see?
You know?
I sent
I
you what
agree.
so
agree.
Sam in the Discord, my friend, he med student, he's having a late night shift, but he doesn't have a lot to do because he's in the I think the OB unit. So he's like basically waiting for somebody to give birth, and he doesn't have anything to do until somebody gives birth.
You better get to work then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Need to drum up some activity in this
Hey,
wing.
what do you ladies get it going? And he's just like, if anybody has any, he does this in my channel in the Discord, by the way. I don't know why. He's like, if anybody has any questions about, medical school or like the field right now that I can help answer for anybody that wants to go this route, like, just ask him in here. And then somebody, like the 5th question is like, do you think Dr. Mario is a doctor? And then he's like, as long as he over prescribes oxycodone, he's a real doctor in my book.
That's funny. Sam also, what did he do? Fucking, I forgot. I love that guy.
Does everybody here stream? You all stream on Twitch, YouTube?
I mean, like, not as a career. Like,
Yeah,
we-
just
I
like
think we've all
sometimes we
flipped
put
out
up for
casually.
fun, and but like I would say I maybe streamed maybe 3 times total last year.
Okay.
He has streamed a lot recently, but more is he puts a T-shirt on his head and plays Valorant.
nice
Yeah,
screaming
I know it sounds weird. It's exactly what it sounds like.
Okay.
Um,
That's fair.
and
good
Aiden goes
content.
live maybe once every 3 times a year, and it's never the same thing.
Put it this way.
So
thi-
it's Homeboy.
yeah, put it this way. He's a professional dancer, and we go out dancing sometimes.
When he needs to,
Yeah.
when
This
he
is
needs the cash.
this is our main thing. This is the thing that
The
we all
podcast.
do. Yeah, podcast.
Sick,
Yeah,
sick. Okay, cool.
which is technically makes us YouTubers, but
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I mean,
I don't want to say that.
good job.
well, the thing I realized is like I think. Well, by the way, I think we just go as long as we feel comfortable.
What
just
I
because
was
we're
sa-
still tattooing.
What I was wondering is like if this just cuts into the primo, we're still gonna be going for a while, right?
I mean, do you want to just do the primo? You want to go into the primo and just
I
do it
think
here?
we should do it tomorrow. I think we should do it.
Until we just don't get to finish the tattoo in the episode.
Why not? Well, how?
I'm down.
No, we could just do a long episode. I'm
Yeah.
just wondering it,
Oh,
how
no.
we want it to cut up.
I think we just go long episode. I think we just go long episode.
Yeah, me
okay,
too.
cool.
Okay. Archie,
So
come
back. So one thing I realized was like at the Streamer Awards, there's so many people.
When
are
was the
meeting
Streamer Award? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
Last
off.
night.
When did that happen?
last night.
Oh shit. Okay, so it's fresh.
Yeah,
Very fresh.
extremely.
How was it, by the way?
It was great. It was a really good. No, honestly,
Yeah.
it was a really good event. It's one of those events that could have gone terribly and didn't.
Yeah.
Our roommate, Ludwig's girlfriend, she goes by
That was
Cutie.
Ludwig.
She goes by Cutie
Yeah,
online. She organized the entire thing, and she was very stressed.
Oh, that's why he won.
Well,
That's the joke.
Why didn't you just say
is
that?
the
Why
joke.
didn't
you know,
you
it's
say
funny.
that?
We were in an Uber the night before.
I feel like you have to make him not win if you run the award show, right? Like just to.
The thing is, he got voted fairly, and she was worried about it.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the thing.
you would say
Here's
that.
here's the scoop. Here's the scoop. All you worthless drones out there who fucking are getting mad on the internet. Here's the real scoop. Ludwig won because he made a video about it, and he also just won in a landslide in the voting system. And it was a fucking pain in the ass once Cutie figured that out. She was like, I'm going to get shit for this. And it was like such a landslide that either you just say Ludwig didn't get it
Yeah.
and just pick somebody else, which is weird, or you just let it ride.
Make
She
him
was
ineligible.
joking it. She literally joked about it when they closed it out. She's like, I voted for XQC, like, but that there was truth in that, and that she almost did not want him to win.
The
Yeah.
internet loves to troll, so if it's public knowledge that she runs the award show, they would just vote for that fool.
Here's
Make it
the
awkward,
thing.
right?
There's
Maybe,
there's
potentially.
trolling.
No, for real.
But he also was so he did a thing called a subathon last year, which was he was live for an entire month without stopping, and he became the most sub-2 streamer on Twitch of all time. He had the highest sub count of all time. So he reached a pretty high height, so it makes sense that he won. But it was funny that you mentioned the whole collusion thing, because in his speech, he went on stage, and the first thing he said was like, "You wouldn't believe who I had to fuck to get here."
Yeah.
And that line came because we were driving home from the Envy house in an Uber, and we're driving. He's like, he's not drunk, but he's like got some alcohol in him. He looks at me, he's like, "I think I'm gonna win." And I'm like, "You think so?" And he's like, "I think I'm gonna win," and I don't know what to say. And I'm like, he's like, "Here, let me run something by you." And he runs the worst speech ever by me. And I listened, I'm like, "No, that's bad." And I think for a second, I'm like, "All right, you should go up and you should be like, you wouldn't believe who I had to fuck to get here."
Okay.
And he starts laughing. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna say that."
So that's a Nick.
That was
that was a
original.
Nick
I usually don't care to take the credit, but it was just funny that because he ran it, everyone laughed, and I'm like, thank God
He
that
told
landed.
me we were Ubering. By the way, we Ubered because Ludwig got my car towed.
Oh, we
I don't know if
didn't
you
even
guys-
mention that yet.
Yeah. So my car currently impounded because Ludwig parked it at a place where you could only park it for an hour.
What does that mean?
It happens.
You'd be surprised. It's
You're the sweetest person. Like,
It's part of being from Canada. It's just like
every story you tell is like how yeah, shit. I hate it. It makes me so sad.
Yeah, there's highs.
he's a day one yard fan, and then he changes
Yeah.
into a Charmeleon that
and then you hear
agrees
how
with me.
hard we dice him up, and you think it's pretty
But we were Ubering together because of that. And he was like, he was proud of that joke. He was telling me about it in the car. He was so fucking funny. He gave me this
Yeah,
joke,
yeah, he did the same thing to me.
Which is crazy because I was in the car when you gave that to him, just asleep.
Yeah.
So I'm.
Dude, he was saying, fuck, what was I gonna? You always do this. You steal my energy from my eyeballs like a lizard. You took it from me.
Yeah.
You took my lizard
We'll suck.
energy.
Suck it out.
Dude, when Seer was saying all the streamers blink sideways, that was really funny.
He was
That was
funny.
really
I
funny.
like that guy.
I like that guy.
He's
Yeah.
that guy has grown on me.
He played in a bit real well. Also insane kids.
So we're I was on the way here this morning, and I was talking to the girl that I brought to the Streamer Awards, and she was telling me this thing that had happened on Friday night with her and her friends. They went out to a bar, and in this bar there's like packed people, like mostly like an older crowd, but there's a group of these like young guys who look like there, and this woman at the bar just like looks up. Like looks over at like the group, the rest of the bar, and is like, "Does anybody want any breast milk right now?"
Serve that shit up.
And
full round on me.
And no one says anything.
During COVID?
Yeah, the audacity.
Yeah, it's more of a pre-COVID activity, if you ask me. And she.
I'm trying to do fucking belly button shots.
Breast milk out of the juicy, dude. And then she no one takes her tit out and begins to squeeze and squirt breast milk across the bar.
Like it's the gathering of the juggalos.
These three 21-year-old boys are covered in breast milk.
No way.
They're
I'm so jealous.
losing their fucking minds laughing, and her friend dead ass looks at my date and is like, she does this every weekend.
Dude,
No.
I'm so jealous.
How? How do you do it every weekend?
You'll never be the person in a group that has the worst story. You will have the best story every time for the rest of your fucking life.
Dude, you get. I think it's Cap. I think it's Cap. She does this every weekend because
might be
you can't
Cap.
always just have breast milk.
But yes, you can. Yes, you
Really?
can. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can, totally.
But once again, Slime fails to understand female anatomy.
If there's one thing I know, dude,
Yeah.
it's breast milk.
It's breast milk.
If you have any questions about breast milk,
That's your two things. It's Garfield and breast milk.
And
I know two things.
They told me this with a rather underwhelming delivery.
Yeah, they're bored.
And
They're bored of it. Yeah.
And I was like, you know how fucking insane this sounds, right? Like every bit of this sounds like you fucking made it up while you were fucking high.
Yeah.
And no, this just all played out in a bar in Los Angeles on Friday night.
Man.
Yeah.
If they got facial hair, it's like in their beard, like
Yeah.
a fucking
Just
like milk
dripping.
mustache.
Yeah, they need a splash zone sign at that
Can you
place.
imagine like your pants was like, oh, did you pee your pants, dude?
It's like no, it's a woman's
No,
breast.
it's like-
someone
no,
sprayed her breast
It's
milk
like,
on me.
yeah, I peed my pants. Yeah.
Yeah, can I just get my coffee and go?
No cream.
no agreement. Don't leave room.
Yeah, I've never had breast milk.
You're dating someone and
No, 100%
you
not.
broke edge.
That is a good question because
Cruelty free.
being vegan is about the ethics of it, but
Yeah.
humans
Can you
are
can you
consent.
swallow them?
Yeah, but that's not a food.
Yeah.
Breast
To
milk.
you.
Breast milk is a.
Oh, but isn't vegan just any animal product? So you could presumably
We're
not
animals.
consume.
Like we're primates. You know what I mean?
But it's breast milk's for us,
That's what I'm saying.
for the boys.
If you're vegan out there out there in the universe, breast milk is for the boys.
Yes, it's
Oh, BM? That shit's for the boys. I'm trying to go
And
full. I'm trying to go full send.
and
on
I've
a
been
pregnant
saying that.
mom.
I feel like I could see him at the vegan offices, like arguing for his license back. No, breast milk is for us.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
It's a schism.
Can you imagine that woman? Like maybe she has like a posse of male friends, and they're like, "Is Susan bringing her pump tonight?"
Yo, what's up? I'm Fryle. Yeah, we got oat, almond breast. We got cashew. Like, wait, what was that third option? Oh, almond.
Yo.
Yeah, that shit's great.
Yo, what did you eat yesterday?
Yo, your breast milk is stinky tonight. Did you eat some garlic?
Artisanal breast milk.
No, dude.
More savory.
Oh,
I-
Are you
man.
a sweet or savory breast milk?
I was reading comments last week. One of them was like, because we were talking about chiropractors, and a lot of people chimed in like chiropractors actually they like do a lot of schooling and like they're legit. I'm
I was
like,
saying
okay,
they weren't doctors.
Cool, sorry.
Mario's not a doctor, chiropractor.
On God.
That's what I'm saying.
And then so there was this one guy in the comment section who was like, honestly, being a medical doctor in America is LMAO like so stupid and easy, not in a real country like Germany. If you're in a country like Germany, it was a really insane comment.
What a take.
Yeah, it was like I think you're the only guy that thinks like this.
Yeah, because like we live in a country where it's like getting shot in the chest is like hello. So
Yeah.
So it's weird that to say that doctors have it easier because you just like part of your life is just dealing with people with like who look like SpongeBob.
Yeah. And I was like, that's such an interesting take. Because we were also talking about the idea of like you're a PhD doctor, but
Yeah.
people still call you doctor.
Yeah, it's interesting like a guy beating off in a sewer somewhere. It's like you look at it and you're like, this is crazy.
You're like, that's crazy. You do that? And he's like, yeah.
You don't look intelligent down there, but I do want to keep watching.
do you leave the sewer after? Whatever you do.
You ever do it in the sink?
Hey, tattoo check. How we looking, boys? That shit looks fucking fire.
That looks good.
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
Wait, do you guys jack off in the sink?
No,
Sorry, Brandon has to be jack off in the sink.
He jacks off into the toilet.
Yeah, no, that's smart.
Do you do
Yeah,
that?
Just flush it.
Okay, you guys are the same.
Maturity.
Grow up.
Don't
That's
tell
what
him
I'm
to
saying.
grow up.
I'm
I'm
not
with
trying
you.
to. Oh, you think I want a fucking sock?
God, did I ever tell you guys about the guy with the mirror?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you talk about that on the
podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
That was crazy.
That is the craziest person you've ever brought up to me.
Yeah.
Maybe small recap just in case.
Small
someone
recap.
hasn't seen the
Hanging out at
episode.
my friend's house. He has this mirror in his room. It's like a fucking standing floor mirror, and there's these white streaks all going all over it. And we're hanging out in his room. It's the first time I've been over his house, and I was like, "What's all that? Did you like spill milk and cereal on your mirror or something?" He's like, and with the most casual tone, he's like, "Oh no, I beat off onto that." And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, I jerk off on my bed where you're sitting, and then I stand up when I'm about to bust, and I bust onto that mirror, and I'm like, that's really gross, dude. And then he gets kind of self-conscious, like, really? And then years later, he just sends me like random like, do you believe in Christ messages on Facebook. So.
That all checks out.
Yeah.
That's kind of where that ends up.
Guilt. That's just pure guilt.
Yeah, he's thinking about the mirror. The mirror is him.
But to be fair, if you jack off in the sink, you're probably in front of a mirror as well. It's kind of fucking.
A bathroom sink,
Bathrooms have mirrors.
but a kitchen sink.
Yeah.
You jack off in the kitchen.
I always
I'm just
imagine.
saying.
I
You're not
always
jacking off in the
personally,
kitchen.
not as someone who's done this.
That's like a lug.
I always imagined it to be the kitchen sink.
You bust in the kitchen sink, you bust in real life.
If you're jacking off in the
They like
bathroom
that
sink-
one.
I like that one. What's up?
If you're jacking off in the bathroom, there's a mirror right in front of you. You're making eye contact.
Yeah,
probably.
but the thing is, like, it's not busting onto. You know what? This guy was a prison of his own cum inside a prison because the white streaks
He li-
created bars, and he saw himself trapped in his own lust.
He lived in Superman's home, but that
No.
shit was all cum.
No one said that. No one has said that ever.
The Forge is a solid dude.
So wait, you're gonna go climbing later. Is that cool with a tattoo?
Oh,
or
can
is
I
it-
go climbing? I didn't think about that at all.
I don't give a shit.
Do you have like that fucking like second skin to put on it or something?
Sanaderm?
Oh shit!
No Sanaderm for
I
you.
wear long pants when I climb. It'll be
Yeah.
chill. Yeah, it'll
Don't-
hurt.
Just don't get Garfield. Don't get him stuffed.
He needs the lasagna. You know what I'm saying,
Lasagna.
dog?
Yeah.
My wife.
My wife.
Alrighty.
I had a buddy that jacked off in the trash can.
Say that again.
I had a homie that jacks off in the trash can.
Like,
That's-
it's
that's
again,
pretty- I
it's
think
just,
that's-
Why did he do that?
Well, it's like toilet, but I guess more environmentally conscious.
it wasn't like a single event. It's what he does.
Trying to bust in the trash can's butt. You know what I mean?
The truth.
Yeah, the trussy. If you're so Ludwig, by the way, has a hole in his chest. He has pectus excavatum. It's like a Harry Potter thing.
I have a small version of that. Yeah, I got a little cave.
Chest hole?
Really?
Yeah, so we call it his chussy, his chest pussy.
Yeah, he eats cereal out of it and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do like we've seen people do like vodka shots out of it. It's pretty tight. Yeah, we make fun of him all the time.
Because he's heartless. Just a chasm of empty.
Yeah. Oh, you
That's
wouldn't
why-
believe. You
That's
wouldn't
why
believe.
he doesn't feel like we do.
He doesn't feel like we do.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, trauma happens in his life, and he's kind of just like, all right, when am I going live?
Yeah. I don't know what to do about it.
I wouldn't judge him too harshly.
trying to
talk
figure
about
out.
that all the time. And I'm glad he's not here because we can actually just discuss it.
I wish he was here so we can do some healing.
No, you would think that would happen, but it doesn't.
It doesn't happen.
No, you actually.
He won't heal with you.
You stray further from God every time you try.
It's like looking at the demons.
Yeah.
You become a worse person by interacting every day. You become worse.
100%. Like I feel like every time I try to break through to him, I'm like, bro, just like tell me like what's going on.
Have you ever watched Full Metal Alchemist? You know when they go to like the void and that door opens up and there's that little faceless white guy there? I think that guy's inside Ludwig.
He's the guy that gives you fucking alcohol.
Yeah.
I don't get the reference at all, but Zipper liked it a lot too. So this must be really hitting.
I could feel Ludwig turning his daughter and dog into some kind of chimera.
I know
Just being
that
nuts
one.
And just being like, it's science, bro.
Yeah, no, it's content.
Look at
Yeah.
the stream numbers.
I
It's
made
crazy,
it.
right?
It's
I
my
made
1 out of
daughter
10.
into what?
It's my 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's Pog 10.
When we were talking about the Streamer Awards earlier, I was thinking about a conversation I had last night because I think going into this event, and I was thinking about when Cutie initially said she wanted to do this. My expectation, based on everything that Cutie's accomplished, is that she's gonna do this. Like it'll be good. If anything she like puts her mind to, I feel like she like
What do you?
execution is
That's what
usually-
he's laughing about, real quick. What are you giggling about over here?
My streamer name's Hanson.
Well, the full one's Cutie Cinderella.
That's a lot better.
So there's like, yeah, but
mine's
you know,
Hanson
for short.
Prince.
I'm cute, handsome.
Yeah, mine's Prince Charming. So handsome Prince Charming.
Glad Ludwig comes.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's happy.
We're happy too.
And I figured this project like would come together kind of like the other thing she did, where like it would be really good and people would talk about it, but it would sort of have that like little stuffed edge to it in like a good way. Whereas like I think the roast didn't feel like it was on like pure television. It still felt like it was grounded in Twitch.
Yeah.
But then this whole event like was beyond my expectations in like every single way. Like it was so fucking amazing. And she literally took a concept that I think is so lame normally, like and so corporatized, and turned it into this really authentic and cool event that was fun to be at, fun to watch online, like so well produced. And she could quit streaming today. Now that she has this proof of concept, she could quit streaming today and do this one event full time.
Don't tell her that. You fucking hate streaming, brother. You might just dead ass do it.
She could do this.
Sheesh, bro.
I think she actually changed something in the industry last night.
Yeah, I think that.
Wait, there hasn't been a streaming, like a award show for streamers?
There has. It's
There
just
has, but they're really bad.
They're really bad.
Oh, okay.
They're not like there's no care really put into them. They're just kind of knockoffs of like actual cool things.
It's
and this was a
big-
very unique thing.
Big money and like companies behind them that are very removed from the culture of the space, so they wind up like doing
The
things
winners
that
are always
whack.
people you're like,
Like how did they win? Why the fuck are those people nominated? Like it just doesn't make any sense. So her idea behind this project was, hey, I will plan as a streamer who knows all these people personally, with a way better feel for like how this all works.
You
and
can
what
also
people
get
actually
them
want,
to show up.
and can get them to show up.
that a
I
thing?
will
Is that an
host it
issue?
instead.
Oh, for sure.
And
They
she
don't like
fucking did it, and I think exceeded all expectations. And it's kind of like I think she got a little lowballed from my understanding on like sponsorships and stuff this year,
Yeah.
which is I guess kind of understandable.
First event,
because
that's very common.
it hasn't happened yet, right? But now that this
could sell big
hey,
on it now.
by the way, almost hit 400K concurrence. Was over 300K for
What's
almost the
up,
whole
Nabisco?
broadcast. Yeah, fucking. Hey,
Chips ahoy.
hey, Nestle,
It was also really funny seeing
shoot me some fucking water bottle
seeing
money.
like the ad reads, like the first ad read that she did for that like fucking shark whatever. I don't care, we're not sponsored by them. She was like, it was like the most eloquent ad read I've literally ever heard. I was like, oh my god, they are lucky that they are doing an ad read this good, because the crowd's pumping up and cheering for him and shit and like all this stuff. And then the rest of them, as the show became more and more successful and like was going good and the viewers were high, she was just like, I don't fucking know, there's some shit, fucking VPN, whatever, and like
Yeah.
move on.
Maya kept laughing during that one.
Yeah.
Like, what's so funny?
Yeah.
Me and Germa, every time there was a sponsor readout, we started clapping really loud because
Yeah.
we know what the fuck.
We know how that
bags.
how
The
that
bag-
shit
we know-
be,
But that was the
brother.
thing. I don't actually know. I haven't talked to Cutie about this at all. But I think they weren't actually getting the bag.
No, they weren't. But
That's the unfortunate.
But you
part.
gotta be hyped
Next
about
one.
it.
Next one.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
The first one is like, look at how popular this is. The second one is when you fuck them.
Yeah, you fuck them good.
Yeah, you fuck them real good, real nice.
But back in BTS times, when we were there, it was like what we found was that Ken would tell the talent at like Smash Summit or something. He's like, listen, these companies that like if we do a sponsored tweet and it gets like any sort of like traction, like 50 likes or something.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal, and the people there freak out, and they're like, "Oh my god, this is a huge success." So literally, like, just telling the fans, like, "Hey, I know it's fucking cringe. I know you hate doing this. If you like and retweet that shit, it goes a fucking your country mile. So just do it."
Yeah, if you're sitting at home, especially for a game like Melee that's not getting a lot of sponsor bread typically, all you have to do is click like, and that goes a long way.
To counter this, to remain neutral, if you don't give a shit, block the brand. Like that you can act against the interests of the event that you don't want to support by, for one, not watching it. You dumbass piece of
We're
shit.
weaponizing the viewers.
I'm just saying, it's like
I love this.
your eyeball and your click is literally your entire value. So if you withhold that, then they suffer. So figure it out. Or stop complaining.
That was my last battle with the last Ultimate Summit I worked on, because some people were, not very many, but some people were complaining about like how it was put together and like why this was done this way, why this was done this way, and I was like, great, if you want to see change, I trust that you will not be tuning in this weekend as your vote in opposition to the event being run this way.
Yeah.
And then the dude is like, well, I'm still gonna,
This
I'm
is
still gonna watch an ad.
This is dead ass the Vine from fucking 2014. That guy who's just like, yo, fuck school. Yeah, I'm still go though.
Yeah,
It's the same shit. They're all weak as fuck.
Yeah, so if you ever want an insight, it's actually that simple. Withhold what you have, which is an eyeball and a finger.
Vote with money, man.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. I was kind of worried coming up to it because Cutie was like, she had made that tweet. Was like, I was up for like 8 hours doing seating arrangements.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, I definitely feel that there is something more important to focus on.
Yeah.
There has to be.
I was worried about the production aspect. That was like the biggest thing for me, is when I thought about what could go wrong, what is like most dependent, most heavily affects the success of the show is production. And
when I heard
I hadn't heard her like talk about production very much, so I was like,
well, when I heard it was the Germa Dollhouse crew, I was like,
I did have a lot of faith because of the team.
Yeah, there's faith
so.
there. There's also like, I don't know, sometimes shit just goes wrong. But Germa, apparently, the guy who runs that operation, that production, he's like his really old friend.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They're really tight. Yeah,
that's dope.
And that's why when he went up, it was like Germa was like freaking out. He's like, yeah, best in the business.
Yeah.
And then in my ear, so I actually had an earpiece, and I was talking to a TD for like throws. We all had a camera guy and a PA.
Yeah.
And we had a TD in our ear, which was really good.
Yeah.
It was like, for all the problems that they had, and as far as like coordinating people coming to us for interviews, it was really professional. And the guy's in my ear, and I'm like, all right, who's my TD? What's your name? it's like mission control.
Yeah.
And if you want to ever. They're literally called the chair.
I like when you call them the Matrix. I thought that was funny.
The Matrix
too.
If you ever if you're a talent out there and you want to bond with whoever's running a production, ask who the TD is, which stands for technical director, and they'll be like, okay, this guy knows what's up, and he's our friend.
Yeah.
You know? And
I do like it. I was watching JHB do his interviews, right, and he couldn't. And to be fair, I do think this is like a difficult skill to develop. He couldn't do the interviews and listen at the same time.
It's hard.
Yeah. And so he would, like, anytime you could tell, he would just stop mid-sentence, like, when he was interviewing somebody. And then
Dude,
it's like, oh, sorry.
My favorite JHB-ism from his interviews was he would ask a question, but then would react to their answer as if it went along with whatever the premise was, no
Oh
matter
my
what they
God.
said. So, like, for example, he'd be like, "Are you excited to be here?" And they'd be like, "No, not really," or whatever. And he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm excited too." And like, cause he had to say the next thing that he planned, otherwise he couldn't riff. Like, he was like he was so nervous, he was like unable to riff. So he had one planned response, and no matter what they said, he just responded with it. And I was watching, I'm like, this is actually maybe funnier than if he would have reacted.
Yeah, you stay on rails, baby.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This isn't a choose your own adventure book.
Yeah. Stick to the script or I will.
I watched and I was like, this shit, it's still endearing. I still enjoyed it.
What, the awkward interviews?
Yeah, JHB's interviews.
Yeah, it's just a gimmick, and it's like you can only run a gimmick for so long before,
Yeah.
you know.
I
I
thought
cannot
being
believe,
dynamic.
dude, I cannot believe Nim got on stage and then plugged his fucking Twitter.
okay, look, I'm not
Grind set.
gonna start beef,
Stigma, grind set.
but I'm starting beef on the podcast.
Yeah.
I did
Shit.
not like when that guy was talking.
Oh, really?
I thought he was bad at that shit.
I thought he was bad too, but not in like a hostile
I'm
way.
sure he's a great guy and fun to be around and a great creator, but I thought he sucked at that. And when he went up and he was like, "I'm almost at 100K followers," so I mean, there's 300,000 people. I was
Yeah.
like, "Shut up."
I was like, that's crazy
Shut
that
up.
you're saying
It
that.
was
And look,
pretty cringe.
look,
Let me
I
see
know
if
it's
he
gonna
made
get
it.
sent to him. I know the whole thing's gonna happen. That's okay. Nim, you're great. I'd love to meet you. Let's talk with the coffee. That's totally fine. However, I was mad. I thought that was lame.
Yeah.
That's okay. We
What?
can be different.
You know what? I also that it's completely made up for by the fact that how fucking funny he was the whole night. But when Seer got on stage to read nominees and he mispronounced Ibai's name, I'm like, that's the fucking goat.
Yeah, how about you pay
Yeah.
respect?
You know how many more viewers he gets?
You're like,
everybody
oh,
in this fucking room.
what's his name? Mungo? I don't know.
Dude, I didn't know about Balloon World Championship. That shit was tight. Dude, oh my god.
That event had like
You heard about
close
that
to.
shit?
I think it had like the same viewership as the Streamer Awards.
Have you heard about the Balloon World? The world? Is it called? That's what it's called. Balloon World Championship.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen shit
yeah.
Okay, so
ever.
this
Like Balloon World Cup.
he's from Spain, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he started a sport where it's just keeping a balloon up, a helium balloon up, in a room full of furniture. But it's like a competitive sport that like is internationally competed in. And he made this enormous event. And I was watching it for the first time at the awards. So they showed footage, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, this is amazing!
It was so entertaining.
This is competitive."
Yes.
Can I ask you, like, I know like maybe 3 streamers, and you tell me if you know them in person, if you think they're cool. Think about Myth.
Myth is
Yeah, Myth is awesome. We
He
love
was
him.
at our house for the
We
Super
love Myth.
Bowl. He's a sweetheart. He's super fun to be around.
He seems cool.
He said this to me. So we found out because he said this on his stream like last week that he was able to successfully suck his own penis.
Yeah, he told us
physically.
that. Yeah.
Mhm.
And
That's
then
so impressive.
yeah, it is impressive.
I'm so
But
jealous.
I talked to him and I was like, he's like, I can't do it anymore. That's the thing. And I'm like, ooh.
Is it better to have loved and lost?
Yeah, right.
Dude, it's like Space Jam.
And I was like,
not at all.
And I was like, you're just too juicy now. That's a
Would you
problem.
rather be born blind or slowly go blind?
That's right. Yeah, to see the beauty of the world before it goes away.
I just want to do it once.
Yeah, so he's awesome. I also learned last night. I had a film camera I was carrying around at the event, and he was like, "Oh shit, are you into film?" Like, I recently got into like film photography. I'm like, so we talked about it for a little bit, and I was like, "You are now even more interesting to me than you were before."
He's a really great
Like,
guy.
once again, I found him through Elden Ring. So basically, if I get addicted to a game, I'll go on Twitch, browse the game I'm playing, see who's playing it. He's terrible at it, but he had a good time. He had a good attitude about it.
You know, if Ludwig was still on Twitch, he might have seen Ludwig.
It's possible,
Because
yeah.
Ludwig streamed
I
Elden
think
Ring for 5 days straight.
I think I've seen that dude before, but
Well, he was streaming Elden Ring for 5 days straight, and then
I was
like,
playing for 5 days
you
straight. We
would've
just missed.
seen
We
it.
just
Yeah,
missed.
yeah,
yeah,
chips
yeah.
in the night.
Chips in the night. Exactly.
I think you're a good insight, 'cause I feel like this is the reason variety streamers exist, is because they want to capitalize on the people who are interested in the new game, not who already know who they
Well,
are.
I watch Hassan.
Oh, really?
Hassan,
Oh, yeah.
also the homie. Yeah.
That's
Bad.
That you saw Hassan bash a child's head in with a brick, and I'd be like, I don't believe you.
I feel like
And I don't care.
And it's
That's my
fine,
hom-
yeah.
That's my
And it's
homie.
fine.
this is the new leftist movement. And I
Yeah.
support.
Is he
I
rich?
bet that kid was a fucking capitalist pig.
Yeah, who's your next guy? Your next streamer you like?
Have you hung out with Hassan before?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been to our
Yeah.
house. I'd say we were all like good friends with Hassan.
Hassan is jealous of us because we are a system that makes Ludwig like be able to do the things he does. He's like, Ludwig fucking just surrounds himself with like people that are more talented than him, and I don't have that, and it pisses me off.
I agree,
Yeah,
I agree with that statement.
I was talking to him about that after the Stavros show a bit, and he's like, "Yeah, I just got Will." and then
Which
Will,
I'll say,
and then
a hitter.
Will,
He's a
and then
hitter.
and then he was like, and then Will like went and did his own career instead
That's
of like
true.
helping
Yeah.
me.
Years ago, Hassan had some people on. I don't know who the fuck they were, but he introduced them as this person sells farts in a jar.
Amaranth.
Yeah,
We had her on our podcast.
also a homie.
And the other person was I don't remember, but I typed in chat just casually. I was like, man, you need some black friends, and I got time in that chat for 24 hours.
Get that ass banned.
You know what? You're right, by the way.
Like a diss, it was like an offer. I'm like, bro,
I'll be the
You
guy.
that made
You
that,
need it- you
that
need
We can get you involved.
made it even worse because I was like, hey, bro, like you don't have to hang out with people that sell farts in jars, and they're like fans. Like,
I'll say, look, to come to Amaranth's defense, who's selling the
no,
farts
I
in the
don't,
jars.
nothing against, dude. Hey, listen, you got to do what you got to do to live. If I could sell farts in a jar, I wouldn't be doing a fucking Garfield tattoo.
Amaranth, who's making over $1 million a month, also our friend. Very, very intelligent, very smart, very funny, super driven, very great person. Also gets that shit fucking canned up and impressed at your door, American factory made.
Like a goddamn
from farm to table.
She owns the means of production too. Which
Here's-
is,
yes.
Here's the question.
I'm a big fan of.
Is that vegan?
Oh,
Are we? Are
is
you
that a
eating it?
Is that a vegan product? You're huffing it. Come on.
Our
That
cigarettes
makes
are
sense.
vegan, huh?
You're not.
That's hard.
It's not like when you go to Knott's Berry Farm and get the gold in the little canister. It's like you're popping it open, you're seeing what's up.
You know what? We should have beat her to the punch.
You know she sent us jars.
No.
Yeah,
No way.
no, they're not there yet. But I saw her at the Streamer Awards, and I came out with hey, I gave her a hug, and I was like, how you doing? She's like, she immediately goes, do you get your jars?
Oh, she's hype on it.
Yeah, she's hyped. She's like, get your jars, and then she talks to her assistant. Did they get their jars? and she's like, we sent them. And I'm like, look, I'm patiently waiting for the jars. I don't know if I'm gonna open mine. I think I'm gonna keep it.
Can I pitch you something just real quick?
Absolutely.
Unboxing.
We could do a jar
Please
on,
do
yeah,
a
on the
unboxing.
podcast.
Yeah.
Open and you're just like, please.
I kind of
Please,
want it.
please.
Watermelon.
It makes
kinda
the
want it.
AIM signing online noise. It's like it's like.
I was wondering, did Slime meet Morgan, her manager, last night?
No, I didn't even get to say hi to Amaranth.
She's excellent.
Morgan
cool.
Morgan was super cool, and she wanted to meet you because she was like, he's like me. He understands.
Abby, who
Like,
is Point Crow's manager, was the same way.
Yeah.
Like we all have this like this shared connection of like being the atlas of these people.
Every PA has a deep set trauma that they can only share with each other.
Yeah.
Like there was some layer of that like Morgan just couldn't explain to me.
That's
that
right.
I couldn't relate to.
And you know what? With Abby, I went up to her. We immediately started talking,
Yeah.
and then we like within 5 minutes, we're both swapping anecdotes about like how fucking stupid the person
Oh,
we
yeah,
work for is.
yeah.
And we're just like melting. Like thank God someone sees me.
We were sharing at the MV part, at the MV house. We were sharing screenshots of like, I'm like, this is what Ludwig says. And
Yeah.
it's like, isn't this like not English? And they're like, oh wow, well this is what Point Crow said to me. And we're like literally sharing it back and forth, and like they're just there, and they're just like, guys, like,
yeah.
we're like right here.
No, it's like just shut the fuck up. It's
Yeah,
our
shut up.
time
We're
now.
making fun of you. Shut up.
Point Crow, very funny.
Point Crow's great.
Yeah, super funny guy. Love that guy.
Eric, man, I'll even say it. I'll say Eric. Homie.
Yeah.
I'll
He's
give
not
my
Point
first
Crow to
name.
me anymore.
Eric.
I'll say Eric is better than Point Crow. I don't think I want to call him Point Crow.
It is it's a mouthful.
It's like a.
It's no slime.
Yeah, it's no slime.
Right.
Yeah.
Clean.
Yes,
To the
sir.
point.
That's
I'll
right.
say my card at this award show last night said envy on it. I think that's probably my fault. I think
Oh wait, what's your streaming name? What name do you go by?
envy is what I used when I competed in Smash Bros.